Mama Josephine Ogu, a sweet and gentle woman, was born and raised in Imo State, Nigeria. At the tender age of 15, she married Joseph, a kind-hearted farmer who shared her dreams of building a loving family. Together, they were blessed with 8 children, 5 daughters and 3 sons. Life in their village was simple but filled with love. Josephine devoted her entire life to raising her children with care, teaching them the values of love, unity, and respect. She worked tirelessly to support her husband while nurturing her children, often sacrificing her own comfort to ensure their happiness. Her dream was to see them grow into responsible, compassionate adults who would cherish family bonds. As the years passed, the Ogu family grew larger. Josephine's daughters married and had children of their own, while her sons sought opportunities abroad. Mama Josephine's role as a grandmother and great-grandmother brought her immense joy. Her house, once filled with laughter during family gatherings, became a quiet sanctuary as her children became consumed by their own lives. Visits became fewer, and her heart ached for the warmth of her family. The village elders admired Josephine's dedication, often calling her the glue that held the Ogu family together. Yet, loneliness began to creep into her life as her children drifted further away. By her late 60s, Mama Josephine's health began to decline. The once vibrant woman who had raised 8 children now required care and attention. She hoped her children would rally around her in her time of need, but most, especially her 5 daughters, ignored her pleas for help. They were too preoccupied with their careers, children's school fees, and other responsibilities. Whenever Mama Josephine reached out, her calls were met with excuses and indifference. The pain of being neglected by her own children weighed heavily on her, yet she remained hopeful that they would remember the sacrifices she had made for them. Mama Josephine was not only a devoted mother but also a pillar of her community. As a women's leader in her local church, she inspired many with her resilience, wisdom, and unwavering faith. She was often the first to arrive at church for meetings and events, offering guidance and support to other women. Despite her personal challenges, she never wavered in her commitment to the community. Her fellow church members admired her for her ability to balance her responsibilities as a mother and a leader. After the death of her husband, Mama Josephine had to shoulder the burden of providing for her family alone. Every morning, before the first rays of sunlight touched the village, she would rise and prepare for the day ahead. She would tie her wrapper tightly, place her stockfish bag on her head, and head to the bustling village market. The weight of the bag was heavy, but her determination was heavier. The market was her battlefield, and she was a warrior fighting for her children's future. The market was alive with activity as traders set up their stalls, calling out to customers and haggling over prices. The scent of fresh produce, dried fish, and spices filled the air. Mama Josephine's store was small but well organized. She sold stockfish, palm oil, and other provisions. Her reputation for honesty and quality goods drew customers to her store, and she managed to build a loyal clientele. Despite the challenges of the market, including long hours and fierce competition, Mama Josephine always wore a smile. She believed that her hard work would one day pay off. Her mornings were spent selling goods and negotiating prices, while her afternoons were dedicated to restocking her inventory. She would visit neighboring villages to buy the best stockfish and other items, carrying her goods back on her head. Her evenings were filled with tasks at home, cooking for her children, helping them with their studies, and ensuring they had everything they needed. Her life was a cycle of selfless devotion, driven by her love for her family. Among her 5 daughters, one stood out, Nkechi. Unlike her sisters, Nkechi was kind-hearted and trustworthy. She felt the depth of her mother's loneliness and suffering. She decided to bring her mother from the village to her home in Warri City. Nkechi balanced her job, family, and the responsibility of caring for Mama Josephine. She ensured her mother received proper medical care and provided her with love and attention. Her home became a refuge for her mother, who found comfort in Nkechi's compassion. Nkechi's husband and children supported her efforts, showing Josephine the love she desperately needed. Meanwhile, the three sons living abroad supported their mother financially. They sent money regularly to cover medical expenses and household needs, but their physical absence left a void that money could not fill. Despite their efforts, the distance between them and their mother created a barrier. They often called to check on her, but their voices over the phone could not replace the warmth of their presence. For Mama Josephine, their love and financial support were a source of comfort, but her heart longed to see them one more time. Sadly, after 2 years of battling illness, Mama Josephine passed away peacefully in Nkechi's home. The news of Mama Josephine's death spread quickly, and her children reacted in starkly different ways. While Nkechi and her brothers took immediate steps to arrange a dignified burial, her other daughters displayed shocking indifference. They refused to contribute financially, claiming they had pressing expenses. Some even expressed disdain, showing no remorse for their neglect, even in their mother's death. Nkechi was heartbroken by their behavior but resolved to honor her mother's memory with dignity. Her brothers, though far away, worked tirelessly to ensure that their mother received a proper farewell. Nkechi and her brothers bore the burden of the burial alone. They organized a beautiful ceremony that celebrated Mama Josephine's life and legacy. The villagers who attended spoke of her kindness, resilience, and unwavering love for her family. Before her death, Mama Josephine had blessed Nkechi and her brothers for their devotion. Her blessings were heartfelt, filled with prayers for their prosperity, happiness, and unity. Those blessings became a source of strength for Nkechi and her brothers as they carried out their mother's final wishes. In the months that followed, Mama Josephine's blessings began to manifest in Nkechi and her brothers' lives. Nkechi's business flourished, and her children grew up to be successful and loving. Her brothers succeeded remarkably in their careers abroad, and their families remained united and supportive. They often gathered in Warri City to visit Nkechi, cherishing the bond they shared. The blessings of their mother were evident in their lives, and they carried her legacy with pride. In contrast, the daughters who had neglected their mother began to face the consequences of their actions. As they aged, they longed for the care and support of their own children, but their children, having witnessed their lack of compassion, abandoned them. The same excuses they had once given their mother were now used against them. They faced loneliness and neglect, realizing too late the gravity of their choices. The pain they endured served as a stark reminder of the importance of honoring one's parents. One by one, the daughters experienced the bitter fruits of their actions. Their relationships with their children grew strained, and the support they had taken for granted disappeared. They were left to reflect on the missed opportunities to show love and gratitude to their mother. Meanwhile, Nkechi continued to thrive, her kindness and sacrifices rewarded with happiness and stability. Her children admired her deeply, ensuring she never faced the loneliness her sisters endured. Nkechi's dedication to her mother became a source of inspiration in her community. She was celebrated as a role model, a woman who balanced family, work, and compassion with grace. Her story was shared among friends and neighbors, serving as a reminder of the importance of family bonds. Nkechi's brothers remained close to her, their shared commitment to their mother strengthening their relationship. Together, they honored their mother's memory through their actions and values. The story of Mama Josephine Egu became a powerful lesson for all who heard it. It highlighted the lasting impact of love, respect, and gratitude. Her life was a testament to the enduring power of a mother's love, and her legacy inspired others to cherish their parents while they still had the chance. The Egu family's journey showed that how we treat our parents shapes the blessings or burdens we carry in life. As Nkechi's home in Warri City became a hub of warmth and love, her brothers often visited, bringing their children and grandchildren along. The next generation grew up hearing stories of Mama Josephine's sacrifices and love, ensuring her values lived on. Nkechi's kindness and strength became a foundation for her family, and she was surrounded by love and gratitude. For the daughters who had neglected their mother, regret became their constant companion. They realized too late that love and respect for one's parents are not optional but essential. Their suffering served as a cautionary tale for future generations, a reminder that neglecting family can lead to a lifetime of pain and loss. Mama Josephine's story became a beacon of wisdom, teaching everyone the importance of compassion and gratitude. In the end, Mama Josephine's legacy was carried forward by Nkechi and her brothers. Their lives were filled with blessings, and their families were united by the values their mother had instilled in them. The lessons of her life became a source of inspiration, reminding everyone that the true foundation of a blessed life lies in love, kindness, and respect for family. Rest in peace, Mama. Forever you will live in our hearts.